Welcome to the Everything Culture Podcast. It's your host, G-Jack, along with my co-host,
Mr. D713.
Today we have two special guests in the building. Mr. D713, you want to introduce them for us?
Yes, I would love to. Right here we have our good friends, Nesi. Can you wave for us, Nesi? As well as Shala.
Hey guys, hey.
So today is actually my first time meeting Nesi, but I've been knowing Shala for some years now. We attended the former John Tyler High School. Shout out to that. Former. Still Cujo though. Still Cujo. Let's say Cujo Lions. I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
So this was been, we ain't gonna say how long we've been out of high school, but it's been some years. Kept in touch through social media, the good old Facebook. And, I'm happy to have her join us today on our podcast, on our platform. I always see she has such great conversations and, outlook on things. So it's a great, once again, I'm happy, I'm excited. We got some good topics today, and hopefully we get you all to enjoy and hear what we're talking about. So, GJ, well, ladies, how are y'all doing today?
I feel amazing. I'm incredibly excited. Like I said, my first time being on the podcast. So I'm ready just to get into it.
Yes.
You love it.
I'm just thankful. To be a guest of a guest. So yeah. I hope I do make it worth you all extending invitations in the future.
Look.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've only had like one be back before. Have we had anybody else come back? We're about to. This is season 2 for us, so this is our second year doing it. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of people come back on the show. So
that's special. Oh yeah, I think but we love people coming back for the conversations, and we're trying to for time purposes, we try to keep the episodes between 45 minutes to an hour, but it's times when we get to chopping it up and we go with the flow. It feels good. We follow the vibe more than anything else. So
yeah, I think we've gone up to like 2 hours before.
No, we've been up to 3.
2.5
3.
Yeah.
3. We went up to 3 before.
I think after the edits, it goes down to 2.
Because it went to a point we had to split an episode in half. It was like long enough for 2 episodes.
Do you remember what the topic was? I'm curious.
So we had the one with, if you're not black, if you don't vote Democrat. That's one that was with the truck cast.
Oh, wow.
So that was a very deep one, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And somehow it transitioned into R. Kelly. We talked about R. Kelly for at least 45 minutes.
We talked about versus if R. Kelly was not in jail. If R. Kelly was not in jail and R. Kelly wasn't a pedophile, who could go against him in versus? And so we got into that whole thing.
Oh my God.
We talked about Sir. You know who the artist Sir is?
Sir.
See, everybody, I found out about Sir a few months ago, and I was like, this nigga is the shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep the segue quick because I know y'all have to do all the editing, but I'll get into it on the friendship part anyway. But we are concert junkies, so all the underground, new up and coming, we be at concerts all the time.
Used to be.
Well, pre-COVID. So
See, that's the thing with me and Mr. D713. Like, I've known him since pre-K. We grew up together, like in the same neighborhood, like maybe a quarter of a mile apart from each other. And so, but probably not even that. But one difference between us, like, I love going to concerts and stuff like that, but he hates concerts.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I just don't like them. I don't like being I think COVID right now really fits my personality. That's the crazy thing about it. My wife and I, she considered me an extrovert, and I consider myself an extrovert to an extent as well. But just being around a lot of strangers, I just don't like yelling and screaming. I'm like, shut the fuck up and all this type of thing. But cause no, and I'm fine. I want people to have fun. I want people to have fun.
Yeah.
Don't let my feelings impose your good time. That's how
I'm ready to line up concerts. I'm ready. I think we missed 4 or 5 concerts for COVID, so you ain't gonna change my mind.
Yeah.
It's a vibe though. We went to the internet concert, and literally it was a whole vibe. The whole section had the same vibe. You know what I mean?
That's a feeling.
What?
I said that's a good feeling.
Yes.
So what's the best concert y'all been to together?
Well, you know what? Let's pull it back. So we're pulling back. So we're talking about right now. We're getting into friendships.
Okay.
Yeah, and we go transition to the concerts because y'all doing things together. That's showing the bond you all have. So once again, G-Jack already said him and I have been friends since Head Start, going back Tyler, Texas, right off Luther Street, attending Alice in Wonderland. Shout out back to 1989 probably, but nah, probably 1990.
I think I skipped over this part too. I've known Trishayla for a long time also. Like, I think since like elementary school, back in Congress days.
Okay. On the church every day. Yeah, like
Surprise.
Yeah, I've known her forever.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, of course, we didn't go to school together. So I mean, we didn't really communicate like that. But I knew her from just being in Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, shut me up.
I got other friends, Mr. D713.
Hey, I'm not knocking it, baby. But none of this was mentioned to me. Okay.
He's learning now. Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Cheers.
No.
Hold on. Eye contact.
I'm drinking water though, so
It's
sorry.
okay.
That's okay.
We talk about it. We talk about it quite a bit. Do you know why you have to cheers and make eye contact?
Well, I don't know that. Why do you have to make eye contact?
I'm gonna give out a prize if somebody can guess that correctly, and I'm gonna put that in our little group.
Can I Google it? No.
I don't know. No, see, we learned this on our previous episode through our guests. It's a culture thing that if you toast and you don't make eye contact, that means you're gonna have bad sex for the next 7 years, and none of us want that.
Let's redo the toast.
Look right at the camera.
Glasses off.
No, but where are we going before that?
So how do y'all know each other? How long y'all been friends?
Oh, that's
Who going? I'll get into it. So basically, strangely enough, I lived in this same actual apartment unit. Wanted to switch jobs because I was in 911. I wanted to basically have regular hours and not be on shift work. So I took a job at this company that basically tricked me into coming. But I met two amazing friends there, and Nesi is one of them. So literally, like, my cubicle was here, and Nesi was right behind me. And I had never met anybody from Chicago, but all of a sudden I got this talkative, loud chick who used large words. Like, I think one day we were talking, this fool said idiosyncrasies. I was like, what? Like, us or whatever. And so we basically connected from there. We stayed connected when I left because our music taste is very similar. Like, we listen to the Sirs in LA and internet, like all the underground soulful artists. And so she hit me up one day like, hey, come check out an Emily King concert with me. And I was like, Emily King? Like, who is Emily King? So dude, I go to this concert with her and we literally in there and it was just a whole vibe. And amazing. Ever since, I mean, we've done concerts. We went to what was it? Feed My Starving Children.
We volunteered.
We do all different type of girl stuff and just kick it. She's very she like gives back and things. So we connect over just amazing things. Look, he like,
don't make me sound that amazing.
Trust. The turn ups we got the bougie turn up and the ratchet turn up because we'll hit. We went with trap karaoke.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all get on stage?
No, we didn't.
Nobody did. That was the whole thing. It sucked.
Dude, honestly,
everybody was scary.
No, it was a trick of how they set the event up.
I was satisfied.
To me,
she was not satisfied with trap karaoke because she thought people were gonna actually get on the stage and sing karaoke songs.
And why would you not?
That's what I would think.
Okay.
Well, everybody sings together. It's cool, man.
I can see that. It's different. I can see that.
Nah, I'm not with that.
Brandon, you may not like it, but Garrett, I promise you, it's lit. They was playing all the old school like Candy Rain.
I mean, you get into the vibe because it becomes like a family reunion event.
Yeah.
But I actually thought that they were gonna let people get up there and like do them with their favorite trap song, and I was like,
I think I like it either way though, because I can get up there and do a karaoke, with my favorite trap song, or sing along. It don't matter to me.
That was for you then. Well, you wouldn't care as much.
But just imagine being in line getting a drink and literally everybody in line singing the same song.
You can't like going to the club anyway.
But it's just that I was expecting something else. So.
I'm with you, Nesi. I'm okay. If I hear trap karaoke, I expect it's gonna be 2 people, 1 to 2 people, maybe 3 on stage at the same time while people cheering them on.
At Coretta's in Tyler, we used to do New Edition every Thursday, and you needed at least 4 people for New Edition.
Yes, that is true.
Did y'all hit the steps though?
Heck yeah! Especially, when the movie came out, boy, I couldn't wait to hear karaoke, bro. I had nowhere to go.
You feel it. Like everybody loves the 5 heartbeat songs and all those things that every Black person seems to know that unites us.
Our culture, what brings us together. Yeah, gotta love that shit. Gotta love it. It's just that's why I say it. I don't know, like with G-Jack and myself, with Garrick and myself. We used to throw parties back in the day. T-Town Kings of Crunk. Shout out to the rest of us out there, baby. And I used just like when you talk about everybody singing songs together and that unity, that camaraderie that we have, it's beautiful. And that's one thing we used to DJ. We used to stand behind the booth, or we'll be in a different room and you can see out to the crowd. And it's so wild seeing how you can move the crowd.
Absolutely. I can imagine.
And I think about these pictures that you go to my Facebook and you look way back in 2006 when Facebook's really started cracking, or when I joined. It's like you see all these kids, adults, and they're just singing together, having fun. But music control people, because we used to say, we used to be like, we done made our money. We done made a nice little bit. We're getting tired and sleepy. Okay, we're gonna play Pastor Troy, Little John, what's the old boy name? Little Scrappy, and maybe one more. It's a fight, guaranteed fight about to break out.
Let's go in this thing. Gotta play
Crime all day.
Yeah.
But that's something we, as friends, we always had each other backs and looked out for each other. So how many years have y'all known each other? If I missed it.
What was it? 2000. We met in 2000. We met in 2013.
Okay.
So maybe that's a 7.
Yeah.
Lucky 7. All right.
Yeah. Okay. 2020 ain't out there, lucky, but
right.
Wow.
We're gonna make 2020 great. That's what I'm
2020 is a year of reflection. You just really look back and think like, damn, is life really is this what's going on right now? I remember last year I was doing this at this time, and the year before that. I wish I could do this now.
And you probably was ungrateful back then. You go appreciate these years. You go appreciate shit now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the year of appreciation.
For real. I'm telling you, the funniest shit I saw is, it was New Year. It was New Year's Eve, and it was 11:59, and when it hit, it was like 12. It was like it still stayed, but it was like 11:59. And I forgot. I gotta show the meme. I fucked that all up, but it made me laugh. It's like it didn't roll up. It's like it's gonna stay 2020. It's like it ain't going nowhere.
Please
but speaking of that though, like with the pandemic and everything, let me ask y'all this: do y'all have kids?
I do. I have a 12-year-old son.
So how do you feel about sending them back to school?
The way I actually talked to his dad today about that, and this is how I feel. If I send him to school, it's literally just a matter of time before I'm out of work because he's out of school. Like he's 12. It's no way that he's gonna like be cautious like an adult would in school. Honestly, it's inevitable. So I feel like it's just a waste of time to send them because they're giving us 6 weeks to make up our minds if we want to teach them at home or send them to school. So I wait for 6 weeks, teach them at home, and see what happened to everybody else's kids. Then, I mean,
I have 3 kids. 2 of them are in school. I have a 5-year-old and a 12-year-old that's in school. I have a 2-year-old too, but he still goes to daycare. Like he's been nonstop. They had somebody catch the Rona at the daycare. They shut it down for a week. Sanitize it, everybody's back to work. Like nothing happened.
Wow.
But luckily we ain't had no issues. But the 5-year-old and the 12-year-old, they getting ready to go back to school. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. The struggle is I don't have nobody to watch them at home. Like my wife works from home, but she can't really watch them like that and help him out. And that's the issue my 12-year-old had. Like I had to come home my lunch break and answer all the questions he had and then go back to work. And that just, it ain't gonna work for a whole school year, you know?
Ooh, it's nuts. I mean, even like trying to keep my 12-year-old on a schedule, because everybody's schedule was off, you know, when quarantine first started. It's like you sleeping through the day and you up at nighttime.
Yeah.
And the other part I am concerned about is the fact that he's 12. So like social growth is crazy important for him right now. But it's like, okay, how much can I stun his social development and growth, and, you know, kicking it with it. He just figuring out what a crush is and things like that.
Shit.
I mean, seriously though, these are like important changes.
And like that, and it goes into the whole friendship thing once again, because how do we handle friendships, long-term friendships? Because you know, y'all been friends for 7 years. We've been friends for 26.
Oh
25.
wow, that's crazy.
No, we've been friends damn near 30 years. Okay. So but 29, let's say 29. And if we can go back in time when we were 12 years old, and if we couldn't go to school, how would that affect us right now? Like you say, you know, you can't see your friends, you can see your buddies. I could say now we have Zoom and the internet, and we have PlayStations. You can play online with your friends and things, but that actual social contact and experience these kids are missing out of. So how would 2020 affect the future for kids?
I'll answer first. I think that it's kind of messed up for them because they used to like talking to people online and through video games and stuff like that. But we were used to going outside. Like I remember when I was 12, we was outside making up something. Like if we wasn't riding bikes or, you know, playing baseball, basketball, making up a game, wrestling, something, you know. You know, we were doing something. So I think I would have loved to be out of school, you know, not have to go to school and just chill, ride bikes, and eventually occasionally play video games.
Here's the thing too, though, like because I live in this complex, and a lot of my son's friends are, you know, they're in the complex, but their parents don't want them outside because they don't want them having contact with other kids. And
they shouldn't. I don't have any kids, so it's hard for me to say.
Yes, it is when you in a house with kids for so many.
and I trust me. I empathize with y'all, okay? But I'm in HR, so I feel like I'm over many other adults, okay? And we just found out at my job that 4 people tested positive, okay? We don't have that many people in my job. 4 people, that's almost 4% of the organization. And it's to that point, like I'm thinking of, because now I have to go around telling adults, hey, put your mask on.
Right.
Hey, wash your hands before you grab the food. Hey, do this, you know, and I don't mean, like, I'm like, hey man, the mask is you to protect everybody else. It's not only for yourself, it's for everybody else. Do you think kids doing that? And G-Jack and I, if we were out there in these streets, man, it's just like wearing your hat. Wear your damn hat. How many times your kids lose your jacket before you leave? And if you have boys don't give a damn. They lose their shoes and all that shit before they come home.
Damn the mask. Most kids don't even wash their hands, man.
And they're not gonna do it. They'll hear the rules, but it's no way for 7th graders, which is the grade my son's going to, they're not going to do it. So that's why I tell them
consistently anyway.
No, they won't. And that's why I said if I sit in the school, it's literally like I may as well tell my job, okay, well, more than likely I'm gonna be out.
Yeah,
which makes no sense. So
it's tough. It's a difficult decision to make because it's either you bring home the bread for the family, or you sit at home so they can go to school. But shit, you can't really make no money sitting at the house.
Yep, dude. Thankfully, man, at my job, they're very understanding and flexible within the department that I'm in. So if it's a day where I'm like, hey, my kid acting up, I need to help him with homework or whatever, my director's like, okay, we'll work from home. But you know, I know everybody, they don't have that privilege, you know. Yeah. So.
And I'm pretty much the same way. My job is like freelancing. Like it's just as long as you get the job done and meet your deadlines, they don't care when you come to work, what time you come, how many days a week you come, just as long as you're doing your job. But it's hard to do my job and not be there every day.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
So
can you go any hours? Like, could you go in the office overnight if you wanted to, or?
No, anybody gonna be there because I work in construction. I'm a construction manager, so I have to make sure people showing up to work. And I'm managing other adults telling them to put on mask all day. Put on your hard hat. Did you bring your tools? Did you bring this? You know.
Yeah.
Where your mask at, player?
My mask. I keep my mask around my neck at work.
I mean, talking about now. You at a
right now. I'm by myself. I don't need a mask in the room by myself.
Just checking.
You can't catch COVID that way.
Perhaps we don't know nothing.
Right? Oh, really? Oh, okay.
No, but yeah. What you got in that answer, cup, right? Man? What you got in that cup?
You know, I always do it with the fruit. I keep with the cherries. You know, that will give it a little hint, little OJ,
bruh,
brandy.
Ooh, okay.
You know, some coconut liqueur.
Cherries are disgusting, man.
You a lie. You a whole lie. I chopped up some oranges in a certain way. I made some orange squares.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all eat cherries?
Is this a trick question?
Nah,
sound like some filthy shit going on
right
here, man.
Like...
Nah, not that. I mean, just I ain't speaking like that.
Cherries. I like Bingham cherries and Marciano cherries.
I like Marciano. These are Marciano cherries. I also got reindeer cherries downstairs. I love cherries. That's my thing. What you got against cherries?
I just don't taste good.
The fuck? Like,
I don't know. I don't like cherries.
Yeah, you cherry holiday.
That's what I say. You throw a few in that.
We'll be at concerts or out at a bar or something.
She
we'll together. I'll be
liquor.
Like,
she wants cherries with a side of liquor. That's what
yeah.
It's a treat. I like soaking my alcohol and my fruit in alcohol before, so afterwards, if y'all come to the Sunday chats, you'll see what we're talking about on there.
Oh, I soak it by itself. I have a mason jar, and I love to do watermelon and some oranges. I'll do strawberries and some berries too. And
you're a true drinker. You put that pinky up.
Soak them in alcohol. The berries do, so that's when you can tell.
It's a different. How do you? But you soak now. If you soak in watermelon, in liquor, in alcohol, in spirits, you really trying to get fucked up because it's watermelon. The majority of watermelon is water. Okay.
Exactly why it's amazing.
Out of line.
We talked about friendships, and y'all met at work, right? Yeah. Do y'all still work together?
No.
Oh, okay.
How long did y'all work together?
Some of the best friendships I've made at work.
And that's what I was gonna say. How long did y'all work together?
What, dude? I think I was there probably like 9 months.
Really? I think you were in class right before me.
Yes, I was.
And then after us, because I wasn't there a year, so it was a real trashola place.
This job.
Tell us about the job. That's I want to know about that. Go ahead.
Shout out Paychecks.inc. Okay, basically, this job tricked us. It's like it painted the perfect picture to draw you in. Like,
is that all jobs?
Let me tell you the particulars of this is that I feel like, and I'm just going to speak candidly, I feel like they were trying to ascertain a tax credit for diversion and inclusion because the next 3 classes of people were all melanated. There was no other Black people in our age group that was there besides us. So the class before her, like years, it was us and then somebody after us, but there was nobody over 40 at that time that they were bringing in a Black people because they must have been pending a lawsuit or something. But it was very coincidental that all the new people except for one person was Black. Okay. All of us was Black.
I don't know. It was
all of us left. All the Black people left.
Okay. Tell you something. Was Black people in leadership positions there?
No.
They never are, man. You know what? Y'all ever notice? I got a theory on that. Y'all ever notice they always put us in positions?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Y'all ever notice they put us in positions of customer service all the time? Like that's the max that they'll give us, like manager of customer service.
Yes.
It's so like everywhere. Like the positions that nobody wants to deal with, like attitudes and shit, they put a Black person there every time.
Because they think we're tough. Like we have this resilience that we can withstand abuse, right? So why not use us how they've been using us? You know, without being
See, now y'all about to put my hotep hat on. I gotta get. I need to get a Kente hat. I'll say I'm gonna do it, but because it goes to that point, like, well, we keep deflecting and acting like we are. I say time and time again that, especially, and I was just telling my wife earlier, Black women are still sensitive. That whole notion of I'm strong, we have to do this, we have to do that. You still a sensitive creature at the end of the day. I know, unfortunately, because the type of client, well, the history we have, the behavior, or the physical restraint that our women, like, it's in our blood to an extent, but still it's trauma. That's what it is, truly is. And trauma, more and more I study, trauma is hereditary. You know, you may not been there, we may not been there in slavery, but we're still affecting the trauma from our forefathers and ancestors of slavery. And
100%.
What'd you say?
I said 100%. Like, absolutely, without a doubt. And it's especially difficult, like, for instance, in the workplace. I feel like we're off topic here, but
we're right on topic.
Yeah, I was about to transition into something with that. So
we're right on topic. I know where he going.
Look, I had a supervisor. I won't even say what job I was at, but I did have a supervisor who basically, it was this white lady on the floor who always was stirring up drama, always causing issues. And I said something to her one day. He said something to me, and I'm like, okay, well, this issue here is you didn't address her is because she's white and I'm Black. And he's like, well, no, I'm not a racist. They don't have anything to do with it. I said, okay, listen, I'm not saying that you're a racist, but you perceive the way I conversate with you to be a problem. She's creating all these problems because the way she talks is not quote unquote aggressive. She's literally getting away with all these things, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in the workplace, even with having to be strong, it's like we're automatically deemed as
the angry Black woman.
That's exactly. And then you find yourself having to manage your Blackness at work because you have to make sure that when you are with your people, you have some kind of camaraderie with those who are like-minded, but then you don't want to be that level of Black that white people expect you to be. And so everything you do has to be so pristine, so conscious, so well thought out, because you can't be caught slipping, because it would be Buff right there waiting for you to be that Black person he knew you really was.
Token. It's like you have to walk on eggshells.
And that is
you got to code switch all day.
It's true.
All damn day.
Code switching, you know, and it's like, that's stressing in and of itself, then whatever job you have, then to come home and finally try to take that shit off. You know what I mean? Like,
I absolutely agree with you.
So
do y'all still code switch?
You know what? At my job, I'm not lying, y'all. I'm so blessed at my job. My director, she is a Black lady. She's hella pro-Black. She's from Tampa, and she like for the cause, you know? So I literally can go to work and really be in my skin. But I know that's not the norm, and it's definitely not the norm in my field. You know what I mean? So, and it's crazy because working under her for so many years, y'all, I don't think I could go back to like, you know, having to walk that line. Like, I don't think I could. It would be me having to have my own.
That's how I feel. Me coming to Washington, it's like, it goes back to what we were discussing a moment ago. They're looking for us, okay? And especially being professional, having the background that I have, and the personality that I have as well. Like, I'm still professional, but to that point of faking it, I stopped doing that like my last 2-3 years in Houston. When I got, you know how you're younger and you start being around your parents, you start feeling yourself, they say you're smelling yourself. When I started seeing, like, I'm not embarrassing the organization, the organization embarrassed me. You know, I'm like, I am a great representative of what I'm doing here. Like, I got other people offering me jobs left and right when I'm out representing y'all. So when I had that confidence on what I'm doing and who I am, I'm like, why am I sugarcoating how I feel and what I say in my point of view and truly who I am? I'm not being unprofessional, because I'm seeing other people being unprofessional. But usually we have that stigma that we have to, once again, walk on eggshells. It used to be people like my buddies, you know, once again, my friends, just like I'm still friends with these people who've been friends with at work, met them 7-8 years ago. And they're like, oh, you know, Brandon, angry black guy, and I'm like, you motherfucking right. Like, so like, and what you gonna do? And now I've been gone from the organization, coming up to a year. They miss me. They're like, we need you. I'm telling you, I get text messages like, nobody speaks up for shit anymore.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And they still don't have a black guy there. Out of all the employees, there's no black males there. And the black, and it's majority black women. It's like percentage wise.
Yes, it's like that.
And everybody, and like, once again, here in Seattle, we have BIPOC meetings, Black, Indigenous, people of color meetings. We have white accountability meetings. We talk about racism. We hold people accountable for what they do in their actions. And like Trishella was saying, it's like, it's hard to go back to what you used to. And I'll be telling people
freedom. That's right.
And here's the craziest part. Look, okay,
it's delicious.
Part,
It's delicious. Freedom.
Okay, dude, I don't even think I realized the anxiety I had until I was out of it. Because once I got out of it, then I found myself like walking on eggshells when I didn't need to. I would think my director gonna trip about some stuff, and she's like, "You good?" I'm like, man,
and like, relax, right?
This feels good. I was carrying tension in my butt, in my back. Like, look,
it was times I couldn't move my neck sometime at work. I was so stressed out. I was like, what you stressed out for? Let God fight your battles. That's why I had a lot of prayer had to push me through some things.
Yeah. Seriously.
But I'm gonna share one today. My director was like, hey, I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm like, oh shit, it's Friday. I didn't even think about getting fired. I'm like, please don't tell me I have COVID. Please don't tell me I can be a possible candidate. Please don't say I've been in touch with nobody with this shit. Right. But there's a whole different experience. But how we talk about how we walk on eggshells so much, and this is going to mix things up. Now, G-Jack is a big Redskins fan, okay? Well, former Washington Redskins fan.
Right.
Okay. Just say that team out of Washington, D.C. Let's say that.
I'm a Washington
NFL team out of Washington, D.C.
football.
Okay. And they've been hit with a hammer on quite a few things, okay? And my man is in his feelings about some things because...
Whoa, wait. You ain't finna start this segment off. He said, I'm in my feelings about some things.
Okay.
I just wanted
why do men have a problem? We can talk about that. Why do men have a problem being in their feelings?
I don't mind being in my feelings, but I'm just saying, like, you ain't finna paint this picture before we start talking about this, that I have the problem.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna let you paint the picture. You do you, Picasso. You do you, baby.
But where I was going though earlier, y'all said y'all made it work or whatever, and it sounded like, was it like a call center type deal, or was it just like, was it a lot of people? Like, was there other males there? Was it male and female?
It was multiple sides. The sides we worked on was basically payroll processing. So I had they told us when we were hired that we would have, I want to say they said 50 clients. That I would be responsible for the monthly, bi-weekly, whatever processing, payroll processing for 50 companies. So it wasn't a call center because I had my clients. Like these are my 50 clients that I handle. Well, the thing is, we ended up having like 180 clients. So it was like, y'all
because
hired
people
us.
kept quitting.
Yes.
So you took on other people's caseloads.
Yeah.
Or loads.
Yes. So it was very ridiculous. It was very ridiculous, and it was very political too, I feel. But anyway, that's how we met. And when I left to go back to my old job because I had to get out of there. And we reconnected by going up. What? I flew out of there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think I left at lunch.
I did a perma lunch too. I put my password on ABC 123. I sent 2 delayed emails. One to my cool boss and told her sorry, not sorry, but sorry. And then I told everybody else, ABC 123, you not finna see me. And that was it. The deuce and I had no remorse because I almost wanted to catch a case in there with my last supervisor.
Shit, like that?
And I never had that type of animosity against anybody, but he was a Achilles heel.
He was an asshole.
What percentage men and women did you? How many people were actually there for the physical staff?
Oh, it was about 50 of them.
Yeah, I think our center had.
And then we had 2 floors. No, 100 something. We had 2 floors. Remember, the HR is downstairs.
Well, okay. In our department, say just the payroll process.
Oh yeah.
Well, because here's the thing: there was automatic payroll processing, which was our sector, and then it was another section that was like manual for more smaller businesses. I think we had 3 or 4 teams, and it was like 8 people on the team. She was on the team behind me, and I was on the team here. So that's basically what the setup.
So y'all had time in between helping clients and stuff, y'all could talk to each other. Like, I'm sure there was males working there also, right?
Oh yeah.
They had to. They met each other.
Well, that's true. Okay. Yeah. So everybody knows.
He was cool with it. He didn't fell off the map. We don't know what happened to him, but they was cool before. I think we was cool, right? You came in with them, right?
I did. Okay. Greg came in with me, So there were guys there.
No, but the point I'm going to though, everybody in their adult life, when you have a professional job and work with other people, they have a thing what's called like a work girlfriend or boyfriend. You know, it's not really your girlfriend, you know, but it's just somebody you're cool with. That may be a girl or whatever, and they consider you like, you know, they work girlfriend or boyfriend.
Talking about work wife, work husband. Right. I never heard girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah, work husband. Yeah. But funny story though. Not really a funny story. Bag. True story. I met my wife at work, so I guess I did have a work girlfriend.
You transitioned to the real thing.
And we're going to come back to that. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
All right.
We're going to come.
Today's hydration is sponsored by 1186 Water. This is a real artesian water straight from the aquifer in Alabama, new to the Houston area, and is an ultra premium artesian water. Feel free to follow us at Facebook and Instagram at 1186 Water, and that's 11, ELEVEN 86 Water. And there's also, you can visit our website at www.1186water.com.
Welcome back to Everything Culture. It's your host, Mr. D73, with G-Jack as well as Nesi and Shala. We're about to get into workforce harassment, especially sexual harassment. Drama.
So let me ask y'all this, right? There's a big thing going on right now with my favorite team, the Washington Redskins. First, they make us change the name, right? Now I'm starting to sound like a Republican. But first, they make us change the name. And then now 25 women have come out and said they're being sexually harassed. They were being a lot of sexual misconduct going on in the workplace for the Redskins. Like right now is the time to come out with that, right?
Right.
So here's my thing. Like, I do have empathy for those women, right? But do you think now is the time for that? Or like, is this like clout chasing or what is it? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Do you think like some women really take it too far? Because I've been in a position where a lot of women, they start to flirting and stuff at work, but then, you know, you may say something back, but you may say something on a bad day. And then they're like, hey, that's sexual harassment. I don't like that shit, you know? I don't know. I haven't personally, that hadn't happened to me personally, but I've seen it happen to other people. And I'm like, but y'all flirt every day. So how do y'all feel about that? Like in the workplace, like what are the limits? Like, is it harassment if you both are doing it to each other? If you both like saying like sexual stuff to each other, you know, on a daily basis? Or is it only harassment when somebody complains about it?
Sexual innuendo.
Double innuendo.
I personally think it's harassment when I'm like, it's clear that I don't want you to do it, and you continue to make these, you know, unwanted, whether it's comments or whatever have you.
These unwanted advancements.
Right, yeah. Now, if we're going back and forth with each other, I mean, I feel like we know if it's mutual. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if I'm flirting with a dude and he's flirting back with me, you know if it's flirting or even if it's okay. I would say, at least for me, because if I don't want somebody doing something, I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah. Right, but then that starts to get into like how much do you let it go before you have to establish a boundary when it will do nothing but escalate to one person either feels it becomes inappropriate or somebody wants to take it to a place that maybe that other person wasn't ready for, and then they're trying to draw back, but you guys have already went too far. So how do you know when it crosses over from consensual to harassment if you've both been into having an entanglement verbally?
Exactly.
Verbally.
I like the way you put it. That's what I was trying to say, but you said it a lot more elegantly.
All right, we heard about Nesi. We heard Nesi got that word play. Okay? We ain't mad at her, baby.
I told you.
She been through in the word a couple weeks ago. Entanglement.
That was just last week, man. 2020 is doing that to people, man. That was just last week when they had
see the thing about it. This episode will come out for the next 2 weeks. So like.
Well, either way. No, but like, what are the rules? Or what?
Well, coming from an HR specialist, individuals, myself, don't do it. That's the thing about it.
At all.
You know, just keep it out the workplace. You know, it's been statements that don't eat what you shit what you eat and all that good stuff. But G-Jack, as of yourself, that you before we took our break, you mentioned that you met your wife at work, okay? And some of the things, you know, would you like to share? Which things you used to say, the advancements that you've made?
I mean, I just shot my shot. That's all it was. You know,
How did you shoot your shot, brother?
She said no.
How did you shoot your shot, brother? How did you shoot your shot?
Well, it starts out, you know,
replay.
With every relationship, hey, you want to go to lunch? You go to lunch.
Yeah.
That's when you put the seed in. You plant the seed at that point. Then you start talking. Because when you outside the work, man, I'm giving up too much game. All right.
All right. Hey. It's meant to be told. So, you know, not to be told, baby.
Free game.
Just the highlight. Just the highlight.
Hey, you feel me? You feel me?
You plant the seed with something small like that.
I remember,
like you said, it has to. You have to feel like that they're reciprocating the same love. Like if they just like, man, hell no, get your ugly ass in my face, then you know, hey, leave her alone. You probably go catch a case.
Yeah, but the thing about it, you made a statement that I was like, yeah. If I was working in the position I'm in now, like, yeah, bro, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go. I understand that was your shot, you shooting your shot. You don't remember what you said, huh?
What statement?
I just said it.
No. When you. Either this came from you or it came from her, but both of y'all agreed on it. But,
you know what? I don't think it's time to bring that up. So,
okay, anyway, I thought so.
We just talking about the highlights, bro. God damn, you high? You just said you was the person. Either way, whatever you're talking about, it never happened.
You're right. No.
And that's just that on that. Okay.
I don't know.
Shit, are we recording now? I feel like I'm getting snitched on right now. Damn,
I'm just like we supposed to be
2 pieces and a biscuit and some cigarettes.
Everything culture. We can't speak our minds. We can't speak our mind, but hey, I respect it. You know, if this is some confidential information.
But whatever it was that I did say, I was comfortable enough to say it. Like I knew that she would be okay with, so I wouldn't just say it out the blue. Like, damn, we got a fat ass. No, I ain't do it. You know?
So my thing is, once again, it's really hard to say. Like the situation men get upset about, they get mixed signals. Okay. Oh, women give mixed signals and shit. Either way, you wouldn't get mixed signals if you don't fucking do it. Now,
but you're a human though, man. I mean, you born to be sexually attracted to the opposite sex or same sex, whatever your preference, but you're born to be attracted to something. You know what I'm saying? So if being professional.
Well, but Brandon, too, here's the other part. You spend a good amount of time at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you spend a bulk amount of time at work. Then if you're a person that you're not going out partying, things of that nature,
you get horny.
You know these people.
But you in the same vicinity with the same female every day. You probably gonna see them, see how they move, see how they interact.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna become interested, and you spend the bulk of your day there.
Long hours.
So I'm not saying you're gonna get horny, but I'm saying you're gonna get attracted. You know what I mean?
Especially if it's something you like about them. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, I like them same things. Like, you know, if they have the characteristics of somebody that you like, then yeah, I think it's okay for you to shoot your shot. I don't see anything wrong with that if they work with you.
But that's the thing too. Some people can, and I've experienced this. I feel like some men, they know if the other person is attracted to you or even giving you the vibes, but there are some men who think they're getting it and they're not, and it's not the woman either. Like some men just don't understand. It's not always the woman. I'll say it like that. It's not always the woman giving mixed signals. Sometimes men are just freaking like clueless. Because I've had dudes.
Today's hydration is sponsored by 1186 Water. This is a real artesian water straight from the aquifer in Alabama, new to the Houston area, and is an ultra premium artesian water. Feel free to follow us at Facebook and Instagram at 1186 Water, and that's 11 ELEVEN 86 Water. And there's also, you can visit our website at www.1186water.com.
Women, like guys thinking women giving out mixed signals and shit. And trust me, I experienced that in high school. Okay, I went in middle school and shit. Well, I could say in both, because it's fucked up for a guy. Because, man, especially these days, we didn't have all the cell phones and social media and stuff, you know, as we were coming up, you know, shout out to the 2004. But if you get shot down, you just go get shot down, you know.
In a letter, she just go check no.
It barely even a letter. She just go shoot you down, whatever. Cool. She may tell her homegirls or her circle of friends. Oh, he tried to holler at me too. Shut the fuck up. But
some of them are trying to make an example out of you know. They be like, "Ugh, hell nah, nigga, get your ugly ass out of my face." That ain't happened to me, but
yeah, it ain't happened to me either. Sorry for all the gentlemen out there that's happened to, but it happens.
Like,
okay.
Damn.
He's like, chill, you know, but at the same time, I know how dudes can be persistent because I know a lot of dudes that's been persistent and they get the goal at the end of the day as well. They get that pot. But it's when it's at work, I'm like, hell nah. I'm down trying bringing that shit at work. Right. Like, you know, and like, I understand your logic, especially being single, okay? I absolutely understand your logic. And the work, and we're talking about with men, especially being in a position of power, usually is the how it's been. You see how men take advantage of that power, and it's a struggle for women as well. Like, I'm not saying the ones that's trying to get ahead and trying to use devious ways of flirting and things of that nature. I'm talking the ones that's trying to just do their job and be professional, and they're harassed in that way by men that are trying to be touchy grabby, you know, quid quo pro, and you got to do this to get a little bit away. Now that's a serious problem, and that's all. Like, if you take any type of sexual harassment classes, that's first things fucking first, okay?
Yeah.
But, and if I can throw in my 2 cents, I worked in social work for quite a few years, and mainly me being a black male, and not that many men work in my realm, okay? And me being like I would say not a unicorn, but very rare. Like, I've had my, how do I say this? Quite a few women that shown interest in me, okay? And I'm cool. I got a girl. That's what I like that. Or then I'm married, you know, things of that nature. But women, I'll say it's all about power at the end of the day. That's what I've learned. Whoever's in that seat of power will abuse their fucking power, men or women. Okay, because and it's like, and I don't know how other guys that I work in the field, because a lot of guys still have that mindset. Oh, you get easy pussy. I don't want all that. I'm good. I'm straight. And I'm telling you, just like turning men down, they get crazy and shit and get dangerous. You turn a woman down, man, you act like you spitting their damn face or some shit. Okay, you tell a woman I'm good. What on like, Boomerang?
Nigga, you gay.
Yeah, nigga, you gay, or you must never had this pussy. I'm good. You know, I appreciate the offer. You know, thanks, but and I'm talking about in the workplace specifically, like, but.
So have you ever been in any position in work where you were interested in somebody who worked with you or vice versa that you entertained? You've never?
No.
Wow.
I'm trying to think if I was any in high school. Drink that I work with.
Yeah.
No. Now, I knew some that I'm cool with them. They may express they like me. And it's some that, once again, been married for a long time. But but the thing about it, it's like, nah, like, okay, they're a pretty girl, they cool people, we befriend each other, but nothing taking more than that, But and once again, it's like one of the things I know. If I was single, could it be something else? Absolutely. I think I'm mature enough, and I'm mature enough to say that. But it's one of them things that you got to have your boundaries at the end of the day, But it does, and I understand, like, it's that whole Bill Clinton situation. You go try to fuck with what's close to you. That's what Shayla is really getting at, as well as Nesi. I think both of y'all saying it. You've been around people all this time. You get what's convenient. To the extent.
Okay, wait. Let me clarify then. Right.
Go ahead and clarify.
Hey, let me do that too, Shay, because that's actually not what I was saying. Now, from my experience, it's not that when you're around someone every day that it's like it's convenient. What it really is when you're around somebody every day, especially you're at work and initially in the mind there is no romantic connection. You're literally yourself, and you getting to know this person for who they are, and you really end up getting to like this person. Right. Yeah. That's really what it is, because and I've experienced this where I work with this person very close. We basically would even have the same complaints about the organization that went up and down. So that was a commonality. Then before you know it, it's like you telling me about things that you experienced at home, or I'm talking to you about my dreams or goals or things I've overcome. And before you know it, there's this unintentional, intimate relationship you have with somebody at work. You know what I mean? So it's not convenient. Actually, I think it's more of a like, we in the trenches together, we making the same money, we understand the culture of the organization and our outside shit. We right here, so we trust each other. There is a bond.
And the opportunity is available. Both of y'all single.
And then think about, imagine when you have these two people, they're sitting by each other talking, and they say with a partner, and they having problems at home. I mean, but we just chilling together. I'm just saying, like, do I in any way?
It ain't right. It ain't right.
There's it work. No, but I definitely see how it can happen, and it ain't convenience. Okay, just saying.
That seemed kind of convenient to me. Like, it seems like you like, even like, because what the first thing you did was like, fuck work. That's exactly what you said. Fuck work. Okay. Fuck professionalism. I'm not judging. Once again, I'm not judging. But it comes to the point, like, because would you be having these same conversations with this person if y'all wasn't so close to one another?
That's the opportunity. Y'all have
but that's the point. Right. You say opportunity, I say convenience. Well, we are right. Nearby each other. If you hire, go ahead. That's what I was trying to explain convenience right there.
Go ahead.
Convenience is where you don't have to go and look for it. Convenience is where they're just automatically there. It's I won't say dropped in your lap, but if you just like, it's convenient that y'all work in the same place. That's convenient. That's what the whole thing with many men. I remember growing up with the whole Bill Clinton situation, and many other men used to say, and probably still to this day, sleep with their secretaries and things. Because you know what? She listened to my problems. She does this. She does that. She's right. The thing is, if it was a woman, it would be the same thing. It's just so conveniently that y'all are two opposite sex, and y'all are there for each other. Have you always shared the same attraction with this person? Or just conveniently, you have spent more time with this individual than you spend time with your spouse or someone outside of your workplace.
Let me ask you a question.
That makes sense.
No, you go ahead.
Let me ask you a question, though. Mm-hmm. Do you also believe that God puts you in the right place at the right time? So it was convenience, but maybe it was what's the word I'm looking for?
My God, against
fate. Maybe it was fate. It was convenient. Or was it fate though?
No, that's why I can argue with. I can't argue with you about that, and I'm not going to, because it could be something that'll work out. G-Jack, perfect example. So it worked out.
Because they were both available. They weren't already married. So that was the difference, because they both had opportunity equally.
Right. And you know what? I do understand what you mean when you say, look, it's good. Like when you say convenience of we're just in the same space, that's
what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if it was, and that's why sometimes we gotta explain some things to each other, because what's the pillars of everything culture? G-Jack.
I don't know. Let us know. Respect, communication, and consistency.
You damn right. There you go. So when we have those three things on any relationship, we can build anything on those, So, and it's just because I hear about the whole, like, I've had work wives and work stuff like that, and I thought they were innocent. Then people, I get on Twitter, oh, they really fucking they work wives. Shit. Like, it's like that. Y'all really get down like that? Goddamn.
But some people take it too far, though. I guess I don't see anything wrong with dating someone you work with, but there is rules to it. And I mean, the rules are like, if you're married, then, you probably shouldn't be actually taking it past, like it being your play work wife or work husband, whatever, or if you're in a committed relationship. Or wait. Let me back up on this. If you are in a committed relationship, this is kind of going to turn the topic a little bit. Do you feel like you're single until you're married? Or are you, if you're in a relationship, then you should just show the other person respect and not even entertain anything else?
I think that it would depend on upfront intent if you kind of knew where you were with somebody, because you can be in a relationship with somebody, but that doesn't mean you see a future with them. So then I feel like you would be more open to still shop around, even though you were in that relationship, but you already knew within yourself this person wasn't the one. So I think that avail you to more consideration for something else, versus if you are committed to somebody and you know that this person is the one. Temptation itself is not a sin, it's the actualizing of it. You won't be blind because you're in a relationship, but your decision to act on what you're seeing makes the difference. So that's only when you're in something committed and you have that connection, versus an opportunity that somebody just may be entertaining this person, but they still checking their options.
Nesi, I like you. I do. I really do.
Yeah, I like you.
So you're saying you are single until you're married. You can keep your options open unless you're gonna fully commit to it.
No, I don't see that. I would say that was a hybrid. I didn't think that was one and the same. What I'm saying is that if I'm in something, the layers to it make the difference. So now if I know I have no foresight with this person, but I'm not completely done with them, okay, this is the main dish, but I'm side dishing right now, right? But if I'm with the whole entree, I don't care about any sides, any desserts. I see them, I'll let the cart roll past, but I'm really not tempted to get it because I'm full. I'm satisfied here. Like, those are the differences.
Why would you be with somebody if you don't see a future with them?
Nesi, or whatever, nigga. Nesi, who's your favorite rapper?
What's my favorite rapper? That's a hard question. Like, I'm still a Nas fan. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan.
You like Common? Are you from Chicago?
She's from Chicago.
Do you actually listen to Common?
Yeah, I actually do enjoy Common. Actually, Water for Chocolate is a dope album. You should definitely give it to it.
Common sense. Okay, the reason I asked that question because you see, I like it. I grew up on 8 Ball, MJG, T-Love, UGK, Too Short. Devin the Dude. These been some of my. I don't act like it at times, but I'm very in depth in that. This motherfucker then dropped all type of passive aggressive fucking game and avoided the question that G-Jack asked and shit. He asked you a yes or no motherfucking question. Your ass hit straight Trump on his ass. Like, you went like, I'm gonna skate. See, I'm gonna put some butter on this shit. Like, this nigga don't even know what to fucking say. Then he reiterated himself and asked the question again. And you dropped some more shit. Like, man, you so pimp Don Juan showing his ass. And this motherfucker, like, okay then.
All right.
That's crazy too.
When you use entanglement a moment ago, that's all like, oh, we got somebody for our ass tonight. I like this shit. She ain't like, yeah.
She tried to answer it without losing all her hoes. That's what it is.
That's the point. That's what I'm like, man.
That's what that is. I see better than that.
I'm just
I wouldn't just go put it out there like that, but
no, I'm a copy.
One thing brought it that in.
I've been sipping like we try to we have good conversation. It's nothing wrong with it, baby. Do your thing. But she just straight say, nigga, if I'm not full, motherfucker, even though you may be the main entree,
my cup isn't running over.
Thank you. What did Will say? Feel like I didn't have enough girth.
Why
did she hit a win? Well, I was kind of worried that you couldn't go deep enough, feel my passion and shit. I'm like, nigga, do y'all hear what the fuck just happened?
No,
I'm one of the very few men in this world that actually listen. Okay, and I'm like,
when I say as soon as he said it, I was like,
all right.
He could say any other word.
Any fucking word. And she backdoored with some shit too, and I'm like, but hey, I ain't mad at you, Nesi.
I just don't think you answer.
And you sure did that. You sure, like, I'm telling you, like, and it's cool. Just keep it moving, like. But I'm sorry I had to call you out like that. Shit, I want to make sure the folks out there understand. And it's like, cause men are pissed off about this shit. Cause men be doing this shit. I grew up around women. Women some slick motherfuckers, and that's the thing about it. You better believe that.
And the crazy thing is, they get like a 10-year head start because we don't realize the shit till we get older. Like, god damn, women slick than a motherfucker. And that's what we getting away with some shit. As soon as she tell us one thing, you be like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for the blows at all times, man. That's when they talking about. We want you to open up, nigga. You better not open the fuck up.
Well, I saw the memes right. They was like, Will all cool and stuff on a thing. But you see, he didn't ask. So did you suck his dick? You suck his dick, then it's over with.
Not even that. You see when he was talking about, just say what it is. You know, you saying entanglement, and she hit him with that. His body language speaks volume. She was like, you really want to know? And he didn't ask that shit. Yeah. Like, let me just keep going. Because what's that nigga name?
Mario.
Puff Daddy.
Carl
Thomas.
It was Mario.
Mario
Winans.
That's exactly what she. Was it Mario Winans?
Yeah.
No, it was Carl Thomas. No, it was Mario. You're right. But man, I said when it comes down to that point, and I'll answer the question. I would say, just keep it moving, man. Just keep it moving. Like, everybody's situation different. And GJ even asked in detail do you express it up front with the person you with? If you dating,
but
that's the thing about it. The answer is truly no. Then
this is me though. This is just me though, and I'm like, since like when I got older or whatever, I just realized.
The answer is truly yes. I apologize.
Yeah, I realized it's just easy to just tell the truth, man. Just tell them how you really feel, and whether it hurt their feelings or not. I think at the end of the day, women respect that shit a whole lot more than you. Still keep fucking lying and shit and saying that you're not. But for real though, you just be honest up front. Be like, hey, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing about dating somebody you work with. You see how they are with other people, like in other relationships. So you know what you're getting into. You can't really see that when you meet somebody at the grocery store or at church, or if somebody put you, I guess, quote unquote, put you down with somebody, then they're gonna represent the best of them and not the part that's out there choking bitches. You know what I'm saying?
See the thing is when you talk about
who doing that.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you talk about men, you got to check what do you want at the end of the day. Do you want to check your ain't shitness? Because we definitely got it. Our shit is way more transparent than the motherfucker. And it's one guy that even jokes about it. It's like, a woman, tell me what you want. If you just want to fuck, just let me know you want to fuck. And if a guy say you want to fuck, I knew your ass just want to fuck. Get the fuck on. You should have kept lying and shit. All women ain't like that. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. But the thing about it, nigga, you should because I agree, be honest up front. Because shit, if she say no, shit is cool. If she say yes, shit is cool.
All parties need to be honest up front. Because some women like for you to chase them too.
fool.
And that's the thing. So I guess it depends on the situation. Like if you at work, don't chase nobody. If they say no, then just let it go because that's your job. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if it's outside of that, you may see somebody you like or whatever. And say you in Tyler. Tyler's a small town. You see people a lot, you know. So you may see somebody you like. She may shoot you down the first time. You see her again, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with shooting your shot again. At least I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Unless she just out you say, no, nigga, I don't like you. But
you got one
that's
time.
what we need. More people to be more direct to say, no, I don't like you.
The way I was, you got one time. If I shoot and it depends how bad the brick is. If I brick, you know, let me try to change this other goal. It's not me. It's this motherfucker. But that's me. You know, my insecurities built a certain ego within myself, so I act the way I act. You know, I'm honest about that. So it's just one of those things that like, nah. And once again, being in Tyler. Once again, I try to tell all my little cousins and stuff, you know, out of Fort Worth, you know, Dallas and all that. Man, there's so many other people out here in this world for you.
Yes.
So many other people out here in this world for you. And that's how I feel in if you was in the workplace. Like, man, it's convenient. It's right there. It's cool.
But man, 2020, sometimes you need references, bro. You need them. You need them. I'm gonna say Carfax for the sake of the podcast. You need the Carfax. Wow. Sometimes you do. You know,
do you? And that go back to the insecure shit. Like,
I guess it works both ways. Sometimes you do, and then sometimes it's better to start off with a clean slate. Maybe they were a hoe or whatever, but they may be the hoe for you. You know, you never know.
I never cared about the whole hoe situation. I never cared about that. I cared about who you was with. I'm more of on your quality over your quantity. That's my thing. And then, but at the same time, I used to tell guys, you need to do your background check on these women. I used to tell women, do these background check on these guys. You don't know what they got. Do they have any kids? Okay. You need to follow up on these little things like that. But men don't think like that. You know.
It's like you ain't have any wives. It's 2020, so you gotta do like
you say 2020 like this shit wasn't happening in 1940s. Shit.
Well, I made it to this point. Somebody for 14 years, so I got back on the dating scene in 2015. I got back in the dating scene when it was Tinder and all those things. So
what was that like?
Oh my god! Like, my date life from 2015 to 2020 has been just this totally, it's like been a huge experiment. I could write a book.
Like good, like, okay. Hey, Shane, hey, check out my homegirl, Bella God. She has a whole podcast. Well, it's not a podcast, it's a vlog. I'll shoot it to y'all later. Shout out Bella. But she talk about her sex capades and all that crazy shit.
Entanglements.
Entanglements. Dating
2015 to 2020 has been hella interesting. And one of the questions that you do have to ask is like in the standard questions you ask up front is, are you married? Like you have to ask that. Now are you separated?
If they want to ask that.
You have to do because married men shoot their shots like
very casually these
days. I got a cousin that's married. He told me, he said, you better shoot your shot and pull it for the next man, dude. I'm like, nigga, you married. Like,
what the fuck?
You ain't got to shoot no more, bro.
Okay.
When I say like, because I get hit on, right? I get hit on often. So half of the dudes that hit on me, I would say, are married. And not only are they married and they hit on me, they are persistent. Like, they're not trying to ease into it or nothing. Like, they shoot.
And not unhappily married. They are just bold enough to say, yes, I'm married, and okay, what you trying to do? And they're not out there lying and saying, oh, I'm unhappy or I'm going to leave her. And they're not even running game about trying to divorce their current situation. They're just like, I'm married and so.
I'm married and what's good. Okay?
Because there's a lot of people out here who are with it and they don't even feel the need to try to give you false hope about you actually being together in the end in fantasy land. They just like, yeah, I'm married and.
Is it really so bad though? Like, I don't cheat on my wife, but is it really so bad if you honest? Like, some wives even know though. Like, some wives know their husband ain't shit and they deal with it.
But the other girl wouldn't know that the woman didn't know that. But I mean,
obviously she don't give a fuck. She don't want no strings attached.
But why you married then? Because
I mean, that's true. That's a fake ass nigga.
I'm just trying to have an understanding here.
He married, but I mean, I guess
don't get me wrong. When my wife and I, we've had discussions about our shit. Like I Jill Scott. man.
Let's get out.
Like, and it's like, hey, and once again, you know what? I probably ain't gonna say this on the podcast, but I'm like, you know, I keep saying we're gonna do a OnlyFans, like we have an account, and we're gonna do a Patreon. If y'all want to hear the raunchy shit, you gotta like subscribe to that shit.
Dude, you gotta do that. That'll be dope. But no, I wasn't judging, you know, the men who try to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is that has to be in the question when you date.
Yeah.
Like if you with it or you're not with it, you know.
Yeah.
See, I wish I had more
some
men
dudes
in here.
pick up chicks and women pick up chicks and take home to their husband or their wife or whatever, and you know, do some
You
shit.
ain't lying. You ain't lying.
So you never know. I mean, if motherfuckers up front and tell you what their intentions are, I mean, you kind of gotta respect it though. Like it is what it is. They're putting it out there. So
this is a question. So when you were married, did you get more did you get hit on more or after or during or after?
It was after. Dude, like, don't dog me out, but I understood what Aisha Curry was talking about when she made it. Look, I'm just saying I did. I ain't gonna get into it, but I did understand what she was saying. Cause dude, I promise you, the whole time I was married, look, I didn't get hit on. I didn't even know men noticed me. But once I started going out and dating stuff, I was like, oh, okay, this is what looking and flirting is. I didn't get approached.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Hold on, G-Jack, you go first.
It's the opposite though.
Thank you. Shit.
It's a dick softener when a girl says she married. Like it's like, oh no, hell no, I ain't finna fuck.
So we respectful.
It's really weird. Like dudes have emotions and shit when it comes to that. But with women, they're like, oh, that's really what I want. Nigga, I'm fucking him. He's a good dude.
Man,
he's got shit to lose.
He got to be a catch. And I don't know what it is, but shit, once again, I'm cool. I'm cool, but yeah, it's like this the opposite. That's all I would say. Really? Like I really even put on Instagram yesterday. Now this woman didn't know if I was married or not, but I was walking down the street leaving the gym, or I was leaving working out, and like she was like, "Okay, I see you calves," and I'm like, "Me?" I'm like, "Thank you." I get compliments on a lot of other shit, but I never get compliments on my calves. And that is some shit like you can't build your calves. There's nothing you can work out to fuck your calf. That's the number one cosmetic surgery men receive. A lot of people don't know that is on your calf muscles. And I'm like, thank you, bad bitch mentality.
Yeah.
But it was like, that's just an instance. But it's like women don't give a fuck. I'm telling, I'm like
older women don't give a fuck.
And I used to talk to older women way before I even started dating my wife. It's like that's why I think I say I know a lot of game. I've been exposed to some shit. But man, women when they get to a certain age, if they want something, and especially women getting that empowerment, and I love it. But yeah, once again, when women get empowered, they're just as bad as men, except for the strength part. They're not to the point they like beat niggas across the head and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or shooting them as far as I know. But no, it was one case, but it's not nowhere near what men have done and shit. But it is. I'm telling you, I've been at work, and I had to come home and like. I think it was only one time I had to go to HR or some shit. And these motherfuckers are like, oh my God, I believe you tell HR. Bitch, that shit is inappropriate, motherfucker. I feel offended. What the fuck you mean? Yeah. And me being a man, that is just completely absurd to say some shit like that, you know?
I've noticed, I've seen one guy go to HR over some sexual harassment stuff. And the thing was, it was 2 guys and 3 women working in the store. All the women like the other guy, and they was always flirting with him and stuff like that.
Oh, he was a whole ass nigga.
And said he was offended because they wasn't flirting with him.
I saw that coming before you were finished.
Everybody got rolled up.
Damn, and he's right. And he's right though. He's right. Like I ain't gonna say he's right. He's a mark. But me being in HR, yeah, if you hit me up with some shit like that as a HR representative, yeah, I gotta write everybody up that was involved. Especially
so he wasn't even like involved in it. He just said, "Hey, they flirting with him. I don't like the way they treat him, and then I'm offended by it." So
go back to our episode 3, snitching. I think it's episode 3.
Yeah, you may be right, man. You probably do need to just keep it out the workplace and stay professional.
I know. Because my thing is, my previous job, they brought a JJ Watt poster to work. It was one of them big ass posters, and he was in his fucking drawers. That's it, and they put that shit on the fucking wall. I'm like, hell no, man. And I'm like, y'all ain't about to play this shit. Because if I brought some shit with, once again, Serena Williams and some shit in a bikini, and I'm over here, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a fucking problem, okay? So I'm like, nah, that shit ain't about to fly. And I'm like it was like maybe 3 other guys in the office. Well, it's maybe 5 other guys in the office, and 1 or 2 of them gay, and they don't give a fuck. But nah, that shit is not. What the fuck is this shit?
Right.
Man, in my job, I'm gonna fuck it. In my current job, I work in construction. All right, my old manager, I don't care. She ain't a manager no more. My old manager, she was a woman, right? And I was like, man, this is weird. This is the first time I ever had like a woman manager in this industry or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, man, I know they fucking talk crazy to her. You know, I know she done been through a bunch of stuff. We went to corporate one day. She smacking all the dudes on the ass and shit. She like grabbing dicks. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, but she had to simulate to fit in, I guess.
See, but that's that shit, man. But that's that shit. One thing I used to joke about, man, is like, you touch my beard, obviously you want to fuck. Man, when I tell you the amount of women it's like when black women talking about don't touch my hair and the shit, I'm like, it's like that. Oh my God, I love your beard. Bitch, get your fucking hands off me. You know, the fuck is wrong with you? You know,
have Bible study after this.
It's like, and it's some things like, nah, I'm good, I'm straight, you know, woo, woo. And like, I heard you married. Okay, what the fuck then what you do? Like,
why, what you do it for? Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I understand this, you know, once again, if I want to be on my Aisha Curry shit, I don't mind the quite, you know, being looked at from time to time. Yeah. But it's to the point, just like with everybody, like, you know, because if I push back, that's when shit get real. And that's when everybody fucking shit get caught up, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, let's be courteous. And it's like, for instance, if the shit that G Jack was talking about was going on with the Redskin organization, if I hit back with my previous organization and I start calling sexual harassment on the women there, I got at least 7 that still work there. And I got proof. Like, boom, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here. Some women even say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you like that. Bitch, yes, you did. What the fuck are you talking about?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you draw the line at, though? Like, where is it really harassment and when is it not? And when is it
it's just harassment at the end of the day. It's just men just don't fucking report it. That's the thing. It's like domestic violence.
We need to promote men reporting sexual harassment more in the workplace.
Men, we need to support. If we talking about true equality, yes, absolutely. We talked about on the previous episode, we talked about gender roles. You know, women are doing shit that women are doing shit they've never done before. And vice versa. Men are doing shit they never done before. You got stay-at-home husbands and shit. Mm-hmm. So the ground is like being leveled. Now, don't do some shit out of spite. That's what I always say. Do some shit if you really bothered about it. My shit is, unfortunately, I was, you know, in this position. I'm not too stressed about the shit. I know how to tell a motherfucker go the fuck on. And it goes into some women that they may feel like this bothered them deeply and heavily. And there's some women, they trying to come up on a come up. Simple as that. But it's really, at the end of the day, it's do the right thing. It's cool. It's crazy that I'm looking at that. I'm probably watching that tonight. But it's just like, how do y'all feel about it, ladies? I want to get y'all opinion. Have y'all ever
experienced sexual harassment in the workplace?
And vice versa.
I think my situation, I don't think I had what I would consider sexual harassment, but I think it would be kind of what we were talking about collectively, about spending time with people and, you know, you're getting to know people and you're involuntarily having to be more open with this person and you find yourself being more relaxed and comfortable with people. And I can see how you can, you know, get into an entanglement. But my thing is also this, like, who is supposed to say when it gets inappropriate if you guys were both consensual up to a certain point? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the first person to go tell.
Especially if the person has been mutual with you, then I think that's a very thin line. But if you're going to talk about something obvious, like somebody trying to holler at you and you like shut it down immediately. They should not keep coming up to you. That is clear and blatant harassment. But if we are exchanging energy and
what if I'm scared?
Kind of backpedal.
He said, "What if you're scared?"
Well, yeah, but how do I know? Scared of what? Are you scared of getting caught?
That's what women are saying. They're scared of getting fired. They're scared of getting teased.
Are you scared to tell if they feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
But I think.
But when did it get uncomfortable?
But that's what Garrick said. So it's
right.
okay. To Garrick's question, I think there will be two components involved. I think one component would be, first off, like, is it mutual, right?
Right.
That's one. Then two, even say if it's not, what is this line with the dude? I think it depends on to what extent you're coming at me. Now, if you are like, in which, I mean, then two is still gray area, right? Because there can be.
Yeah. It's always a gray area.
But if you are, you know, hey, can we go to lunch? You saying, hey, you want to go to lunch with me versus you grabbing my ass? That's like two totally different things.
But if I already told you no the very first time.
No is no. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you no and you continually pursue me,
that's harassment.
That's harassment. But also too though, like I feel like if you approach me and say, hey Shayla, you know, I am interested, or I believe you're single, I'm interested. Do you
like your earrings
out of work?
I like your hoops.
Oh, do you? These are staple. If you come up and say, Shayla, I like my hoops. But see, I don't know if that's fun or not. He could be in the earrings. Right?
Subtle.
It's true. You never know.
And you know what? You're right. I could say I like your earrings and shit and just be genuinely mean that shit.
Right.
But some women be like, oh,
he trying to fuck, girl.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. If all you know, he wear it when he get home.
Okay.
You know, like.
Or maybe he want to get his wife or his daughter a pair.
Man, true.
But that's the point. When does it get inappropriate? When it's not blaringly obvious.
Agreed.
When it's not blaringly obvious.
Yes.
If you know that it's unwanted.
But that means that it's obvious. If the person can say, I know it's unwanted.
That's when it goes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when do we just need to be more blunt and say, hey, I don't like this shit, or no, this isn't going there?
Shoot the fuck out. You know,
like what? How do you stop it? I wish I would have positioned this question a lot better. Like,
okay, hold on. I had a question just a second ago, but I cannot think of it. Shit.
Think about it real quick. I was gonna say I wish I could position this better and be like, how do women want to be treated in the workplace? You know, maybe that's a better way to word this. You know, instead of just saying,
I got the question.
We were asking y'all.
I got the question. Does it come down to you being attracted to the motherfucker or not? Cause it's a mean. Ooh, look at Nesi. Look, she perked them lips. Okay.
I
See, I see. It's a meme that I saw a minute ago. That a dude that could seem what many women may see attractive. You know, tall, got his hair and shit like that. Woo, woo, woo. And he come down. Hey, Nesi, how you doing? I hope you're having a great day today. You know, you're looking mighty fine with them glasses
mighty
right now.
Fine today. Like them
and
glasses.
she like, look at her. She blushing like a motherfucker now. Thank you. Then the fucking short, overweight, fat, you know, bald, you know, you can say all this other shit about the motherfucker. Like, these are characteristics women may look at motherfucker. He like say, hey, hope you're having a good day, Nesi. Get the fuck out of my
harassment.
This motherfucker always coming around here harassing me and shit. Damn.
I cannot say that I oppose that totally. There are people that does matter to. So I won't say no.
So it kind of goes. If y'all are not in the Everything Culture group, I'm gonna have to add you if you're on Facebook, Nesi. But we have a great group that I'm trying to push, and I hope y'all come on on our Sunday chat as well. But I talk about, is it a such thing as pretty privilege?
I remember that.
It is.
Like, and I appreciate people. It's not even a discussion. I appreciate people actually stating that we know if people find you attractive, you get more things, and vice versa. If you're attractive, you get treated a certain way. It's fucked up,
but it's true.
I ain't even go. I'll bring up an incident with G-Jack and when we stopped recording, but I did this shit recently, and G-Jack pointed out, and I felt so bad about the shit
because you became.
Oh yeah.
Look, Gary, remember Gary cracking up.
Bro,
Like when he pointed that shit out, I thought like I kind of, you know how you think something, I may have done it, but nobody like I may have done it, but nah, I didn't do it. This motherfucker pinpointed that shit. You did that shit right there. And I'm like, damn, you saw that? I'm like, damn. I did do that shit. I'm so sorry. And it's like, it's no way I can call it apologize. If I apologize, I'm calling that person ugly. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's true.
It is true, without a doubt.
And that's what men and women.
Is it really pretty privilege though? Because I mean, some people just have a great personality. They may be funny or whatever. Or y'all just vibe and you just nice to them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
You have that.
I always go by personality. I don't really. If you're pretty, then I don't know. It don't really do nothing.
Boy, you the worst motherfucker to talk about that shit.
What? Nate, give an example.
What?
Lay it out.
Coming up, man. Motherfucker, you don't even. You can't even think of somebody's name that you don't find.
Today's hydration is sponsored by 1186 Water. This is a real artesian water straight from the aquifer in Alabama, new to the Houston area, and is an ultra premium artesian water. Feel free to follow us at Facebook and Instagram at 1186 Water, and that's 11 ELEVEN 86 Water. And there's also, you can visit our website at www.1186water.com.
Yeah, and welcome back. Talking about pretty privilege and sexual harassment in the workplace, or even friendships and shit. Okay. Oh, we never talked about the friend zone. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a whole.
I know we got to bring y'all back for that shit.
I'm the queen of friend zone.
Oh, don't do it. Why are you wasting them dudes' time like that? Like they won't.
I feel attacked with not enough time to defend myself.
Let's just spend 5 minutes on this real quick. Okay. Now, why do you lead them in the friend zone? Like, why don't you just tell them what it is?
Oh, I'll tell them that we just friends.
But I mean, like,
that's what you mean, bro.
So is that like hope? Like you tell them, hey, there's hope, or you like
what?
So y'all feel like once you're in a friend zone, you can't ever get out the friend zone.
For what? Are you talking about a relationship or the smash?
You see, that's the shit I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with Nesi right there. So y'all understand
you gotta
people.
Remember, she from Chicago, man.
Yeah, but she think differently, man. She think differently. I was like, she think differently, but I peep game. There's some people from Chicago. I'm looking forward to the makers of you with Nesi right here, man. I'm about who raised you? Who raised? He's in Chicago.
What do you want with
these streets? Nah.
Cause she dropping some shit like that's some shit a nigga would say.
Oh yeah.
No, but you let them know that it's not gonna be nothing though. When they're in the friend zone, you let them know, hey, like I really don't see you like that.
Hey, we're better as friends. We're better as friends. Or even if we're dating and I'm like, I could tell, this isn't going to advance romantically, but I'm open to a friendship if you are. Like,
and you don't.
Okay, if you start off as dating, how successful do you see men go from they start as dating and go into the friend zone?
You said how what?
Successful, percentage wise.
That's like a reversal.
Go from dating to friend zone?
Yeah. That is like a downgrade. That's a demotion.
Hey, you see what I mean? See, Nesi is on that shit. Okay, but go ahead. I asked a specific question because I agree with Nesi, but coming from a regular woman, not calling you just regular. Nah, fuck that. You are all the way out my mindset on that shit.
It was valid. I'm just saying.
No judgment, but it's Shala, because Shala thinking completely different what you thinking, obviously.
That was my first train of thought.
I know.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
No, I want the answer. So, what percentage the guys that you start off dating and they go to friend zone?
Ooh.
I guess it'll be all of them because she ain't married to nobody.
Right. But so
that's a pretty high percentage.
In 2015.
Because some could just say, nah, I'm good, no fuck with her no more.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like they just either they friend or they just drop off.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I've had some like delete me from Facebook. It always hurt my feelings. Like I feel like I'm so nice on Facebook. But I don't know, like I've had since 2015, I've had 2 boyfriends that lasted maybe like 3 months, 6 months.
That's usually the cutoff.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months you can get to know somebody and realize
only 2 though. But I have like dated guys where we didn't get in a committed relationship and something happened or stall or whatever, and I'm like, hey, you know what? And anytime I end it, I'm always like, I know the reason. If you want me to share it, I will. If they like, hey, okay, I want to know, then I'll tell them what happened.
Niggas don't want to know the truth for real though.
Well, one dude did ask me.
Tell us. Fuck that. Tell us. You can tell us. We ain't that big.
The reason was because he was basically, y'all recording? Okay, so
girl, go. If he listens to this, I'll pay him to stop crying and leave it the fuck alone. How about that?
But basically, he was too passive aggressive the way he communicated, and the second part was I really feel like he wanted me to be his girl, but he was scared to ask. And it's crazy because I had told my friends, I was like, yeah, if he asked me to be his lady, I would. But I feel like he was scared of getting shot down, so he was trying to make me jealous to make me feel like, oh, somebody trying to snatch him, so I better ask, essentially. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm ending it because of this. You know, you be trying to make me jealous, and, you know, you're also passive aggressive in your communication. And he didn't agree with me.
What was his sign?
He's a Taurus.
They crazy. But
I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very like, just shoot it straight with me.
Oh my God. I know this shit. What? How did I know this shit?
Yes, I'm a Sagittarius.
What does that mean?
Man, I'm gonna bring all 3 of the Sagittarius I know onto a chat and let this fucking motherfucker set on fire and shit. That could be our season finale. Y'all motherfuckers, it's scary how much y'all act alike. It's scary.
Dude, man, I'm an astrology junkie too. If y'all ever want to talk astrology,
Nesi,
we had an episode about
Nesi is probably either Gemini or Leo.
No,
Pisces.
I don't know. I ain't gonna try to guess.
I don't even know all of them, so that's all I know.
Capricorn.
Yep.
I don't know if I know any more Capricorn.
Tyrese said they managed though.
Don't bring up Tyrese on this damn show. But
all right, so last question real quick before we go, because I gotta run.
Okay.
How do y'all feel about men in man weaves?
Actually,
would you date a man with a man weave?
I'm not gonna hold you. No, okay, y'all can get at me how you want to with what I'm about to say, but since it was generalized, I'm gonna go this lane with it. If it's about getting the bag and helping people restore their confidence in themselves, I'm 100% with it. Like as an installer, I'm here for the man weaves. I have seen so many videos of people whose eyes have literally lightened back up when they saw themselves projected a certain way because the man weave knocked 5 to 10 years off of them. And it did make a drastic difference. Yeah. And you can just see their bravado just raise, you know, with it. So along the side that, you know, they be a client because they got to get it uninstalled, you know, trying to get the bag full circle. It also is actually helping people feel better about themselves. So
now, Nesi, here come a direct question.
Yeah.
Would you date a man with a man weave?
How would I know he had it in between styles?
But y'all fucking and he take it off.
And it
that shit slip to the
side. Next to your wig on the dresser.
Oh my God!
Like y'all be like he been blowing your back out for the Knicks about 4 months. I'm talking about.
Okay. Oh, so now you gotta have me addicted.
He didn't say that.
Well, okay. Let me extend the question then. He's been knocking your walls down for the past 4 months. Okay.
Bossing it up right now.
He's been pleasuring you greatly, taking you out. You know, he ain't been a hoe ass nigga. Everything been legit. Everything fine. And on
you gonna grab his hair and that shit slip back.
No, he proudly like you take off your shit, he take off his shit. Where y'all at?
You comfortable by that time? Y'all like if it's been some months,
that's what I'm getting at. He pleased you in all other ways.
You just took it from something initial, from attraction, maybe on the first level, to actually being and dealing with somebody. And
okay, I'm doing.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the first level.
No, fuck that. I'm gonna talk. Hold on. Let's get Shayla. Let's get Shayla out the way because she gonna be simple. See, I can talk to Nesi. Okay, I can talk to Nesi.
Hold on, no. We staying on Nesi right now because she's gonna answer this question. So if it's at the beginning stages, and it's somebody you find attractive or whatever, but maybe you go back through their Facebook and you say, "Oh, this motherfucker used to be bald for like 5 years. Is he got on the man weave? Okay. He proud of it."
You know? Thank you. That was direct, and I can understand that. I appreciate that. I think I would have to see how he was vibing. I don't think I'd throw him away for the weave.
Okay, so that's not an instant no if he got the man weave.
That's why I skipped the 4 months. If the vibe's been cool, where she sit in?
No, but what I'm saying is that if I think that I can see that he's happy with or without it, I'm straight. If I feel like the weave is making him, then obviously he has insecurities deeper than what man weave can fix. So I think if he was happy without the weave and with the weave, I would go with it.
I have a question.
It's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I have a question for Nesi. But what if he's still good without it, but he's more confident with it?
Okay, but that's my point. He already was good. So if he was good and it's elevated, cool. But if he was bad and the weave make him good, that's a problem.
But I know for men, their hair is like a huge thing.
But that's what I'm saying. But if you're confident as who you are with it, but you enjoy the enhancement of it, then that's cool.
What if it's a woman that's bald though?
That's alopecia.
No. Shayla's making my point. Shayla's making my exact point.
I don't understand what the woman is bald.
But I'm just saying, say if it is a woman that's bald, like she could be down because she's bald. Like hair is huge for a woman.
But that's from a emotional standpoint of what women are projected about their.
Niggas don't have
emotions.
But he asked me about a man weave, and I said that's fine as long as it doesn't make him a different person. And I don't mean physically, I mean like you don't have that same security about yourself without the
So basically if he had the same confidence when he bald, he need to have the same confidence when he have the hair. So he can't turn into a bad bitch all of a sudden when he throw that fucking man them dreads on all of a sudden.
I mean he can enjoy the enhancement, but it should not have made him who he was prior to the week.
No, we
and so yes, he can have
niggas go through that same.
The answer I was looking for is just if it's a deal breaker, if he has a man.
She answered yes.
I mean, I know, yes. But I'm just saying we kind of went somewhere else, and I'm like,
I like the way where we're going. I like where we went.
So Shayla, is it?
He said mine gonna be simple. He's correct. If I don't mind a man having a man weave. That's not gonna be a deal breaker for me. But what would be? But well, here's what would make it a deal breaker. If this
get a Nesi.
Now he got a man weave that's a motherfucking dread.
Now it depends on the type of weave.
That's like
if he got fucking inches, he hitting you with the hole.
We just said man weave because a man can have a bald fade and look natural, but then he want to go and get his Lil Wayne on. Now we talking about the type of weave he got.
Hey, that's just my preference,
and that's fine. It's made a layer.
So the guy
have like dudes who have dreads that are weaved though, like they got
baby dreads, they got baby locks, and they get
extensions to it.
Absolutely.
I know that's kind of like in the lock community, it's kind of frowned upon. It's kind of like, oh, that's cheating. You didn't grow your locks out. I think that's kind of.
Man, I want to come. That's the other thing. If you got natural, I would love to have you come back on. My wife has been teeter-tottering on getting locks or not.
Is that what you saying?
I would.
If a dude that she was kicking it with had faux locks, you gonna kick him to the curb because you found out
you know what? No, but I hope he could take some jabs. So I'm be talking shit about it, like you know. But I'm gonna make it light.
You see, fellas.
Pull your hair tonight.
But you see, man, you open up the once again, fellas. Open up to a therapist before you open up to your gal.
Oh, definitely never.
I'm just, hey, that's some deepest shit I can tell all males in the world right now. Open up to a therapist before you open up to your gal.
Hey, let's end it on that note, though. Let's end it on that note.
But man, thank y'all so. I've enjoyed this show right here. Thank y'all so much, man. Nesi and Shala, like, we about to get on the Makers of You in a second, and make sure y'all check the Makers of You out if you haven't checked it out already. But great. Once again, y'all are coming back.
Yeah, definitely.
So G-Jack, what you got for us, man?
Hey man, I just want to say I appreciate y'all coming to the show. Like Mr. D713 said, it was enlightening, entertaining, and educational today. So I learned a lot.
Thank y'all for having us. This was the highlight of, I don't know, July at least. This was dope. Thank y'all for having us on here.
Okay, do y'all have any of y'all handles y'all like to share? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Y'all have any business y'all want to support? Any shout outs y'all got?
I want to give a shout out real quick though to my wife's business.
Oh, shout it out, baby! Shout it out.
Yard Gyms is her business. If you're in the Richmond Sugarland area, you have any kind of celebration, you want to show some love and appreciation to your loved one, she will put out signs in your yard like "Happy Birthday," "Congratulations," whatever. It looks good. Just go to www.yardgyms.com. You can book, schedule, see pictures, all that stuff.
Straight like that. Small and black owned.
Okay.
And we black owned.
Right, nailed it. I don't have any shout out handle I don't have no handles right now.
Okay, low key, we see it.
Look, for now.
No, I for real don't have any. Like my socials is super weak, so
I believe you. I believe you.
Look.
She ain't got no socials that she want these niggas to know about. Okay.
You gotta do me one more.
You try to get caught up.
Hey, now I gotta go ahead and do you. But as always, y'all can
go ahead.
y'all can follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram at Everything Culture. You can follow us on our website or subscribe to our website at www.everythingculture.com. You can follow us on you can follow us on Twitter at EveryTHG Culture. And as always, check us out on YouTube. We want more subscribers. Y'all want to subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm telling you, we have good material. We have awesome guests like we have right now. And our main goal is to grow with one another. And it comes from the quote that we base every episode off of.
Real quick, before you get to Martin Luther King, when you go to that website, there's a donate button at the bottom.
Press it.
Please donate to this great content we putting out every week. And you can also buy t-shirts online too. So we got merchandise online. Click on that link and you can buy t-shirts, everything culture, like the one me and Mr. D713 have on. We can make it in almost any color. So
we got a lot of things coming up. It's on the website. It's so much coming up. But once again, if you just want to subscribe to us, you want to donate to us, it's all love. And we give back to our community as well. So, and it goes, in our community is any culture or background that's really trying to make a positive difference in this world. Ready for our Mlk Junior?
Let's go.
All right. Well, Martin Luther King Jr. said years ago that he believes that men hate each other because they fear each other, and they fear each other because they don't know each other, and they don't know each other because of segregation. And because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So here on Everything Culture, we try to bridge the gap of that, and so we can communicate with one another, so we can start to love one another. Thank you all, and God bless.
All right. Thank you.